Hello, babies.
If we get a
doctor's note,
he's back.
Need a doctor's. Yeah, that's true. We do. We should. That's what you should reply with. In order to get out of this podcast, you need a written doctor's note.
Please hold. We're gonna reply right back. I'll do that after we are in the middle of the show. The Simple Mind Sports Show. What do you say we start with some opening takes? As we do, Ray, you're still on suspension, so you have to go first, please, with your opening take.
I'm always going to go first, and I just don't know why. But the past 12 of the past 19 games, the Jets have let up over 120 rushing yards. What does that Alex Van Pelt love more than a Diet Coke supersized #1 from McDonald's? He likes running the ball. The Patriots can and will win this game if they run the ball effectively against the Jets defense, who is a sieve in the run. So that's my take. They're going to win the game tonight with that run.
Yeah, we are live here, 8:02, Thursday, September 19th. Next to me is Thursday Night Football. We've got Patriots
can't see it.
And Jets. I don't care. You can see just a little bit, just a little tease, just a little tease.
It is just enough to keep me just looking.
It's like Irene on Monday mornings. She just sends a text just a little bit, and then
She doesn't have the subtlety for teases.
Yeah. Speaking of tease, I'm going to switch things up. Bobby, why don't you give us your opening take as I send our response here to the doctor?
Certainly. Life's not always fair. You know, you could be born dumb enough that you have to be put ahead of me for stealing my opening takes. But what really isn't fair is when you're the greatest coach in NFL history, and the year after you get canned out of your own job is when the league becomes everything you wanted it to be. Bad quarterbacks are ruling the way. All you have to do is play defense and run the ball to win the game. Sorry, Bill, you missed it by 1 year. Almost made it.
Yeah, we've got a big show tonight, boys. A lot of NFL talk. Obviously, we're football. Belichick's going to sneak in there. The end of the NFL, as we know it, is basically upon us, or at least we're going backwards in it. We've got a lot of reasons why, or at least I do. But just for a second, we've been all football for several weeks. Let's take a quick break. I'm going to go Celtics here and let you know the Celtics have a daddy issue. The training camps get started very shortly. A lot of news around Jaylen Brown, Derek White. They showed up early. Jason Tatum was on the Tonight Show. All that's great. But the Celtics still are up for sale, and now we've learned why. Because Papa Grossbeck said, "That's enough spending in the candy shop, little Wick. It's time to go home and play with the big boys and get our payday." It was actually Irv Grossbeck, Wick Grossbeck's father, calling the shots here. It's his money, not Wick's. Who fucking knew Wick Grossbeck didn't actually own the Celtics? He was just playing with daddy's money all this time. We've teased around the subject a little bit since we've heard about the sale of the Celtics. And it's coming up to full fruition here as we move forward into the season with an expected sale date, according to Simmons there in the Ringer, by November-ish. So we'll touch on that a little bit. Little Celtics talk, a little Patriots break with some Celtics talk as we are live Thursday night. Patriots take on the Jets.
I hate your fucking cousin, by the way. Your fucking cousin is getting on my last goddamn nerve, Richard.
Which one?
Patrick. I love your family to death. Handsome Wayne, Aladdin, very nice people. Your aunts, met them all, great people. But Patrick is public enemy #1 and the shit underneath my boot.
What's he doing to piss you off now? Just
he just fucking goes and says everything on social media. And then he says that it's dumb to take the Patriots tonight. I took a shower selfie showing him that I did, in fact, bet on the Patriots tonight.
You guys are sharing shower selfies now?
Well, it was me flipping him off like this, and I was coming down.
I've ever been to my cousin, so good for you there, Ray. We'll get back to that. If you're listening, please join #1 fan Pat in the comments. And Ray, don't be a stranger to what he's got to say over there. I can't listen to it and run the show. It distracts me. Simple Minds, welcome to the show. Suck It is from Patrick Mooney. Thank you for any listeners and not viewers on the show. Let me give you the rundown. So we're going to skip our conversation with our guest.
Sick. He's sick. Emergency.
Well, I just sent him an email. Just sent it, Ray. I said we are going to need a doctor's note for the excused absence. So we'll see what he says back to that. So we'll start with Patriots, of course. We'll do a little Thursday night. Not much. I mean, because it's going to come out tomorrow. The game's going to be over. So what's the point of us talking about it too much tonight? But we'll do a little Patriots Jets talk. But then picking up the scraps. Patriots picking up the scraps. from Sunday's game against the Seahawks to now. Some of the stuff we did not touch in our recap video on Monday. The NFL is upside down. Bobby mentioned it. Bill Belichick missed it by a year. This fucking league is upside down. We got a lot of reasons why.
Did you put that in there because of the wizard that we were going to have on tonight?
A little bit, yeah. I mean,
I thought that was a nice little Stranger Things. It was very themed. Yeah, I like that. That was good.
Big brain, simple brain. You know, we just when it clicks, it clicks. And
everyone, I'm the simple brain.
Click clack. He fucked us up. So, speaking of big brains, we got a Dr. Big Mac's Big Brain section segment tonight,
which we all can be killed after. Just so you know.
Totally. This really more falls into the vein of
we're all gonna die.
Chief Bobby's Spirit Walk of Truth, which we haven't got in like several months because he's not doing shit.
He's working on something big. He's working on something big.
We're reinvigorated now, so we'll get one.
Okay. Well, Ray is picking up the slack here. This is way more of a Spirit Walk of Truth than it is a big brain thought, which I'm fine with. We can go down that way. Big brain thoughts, we'll get to it. Okay. It's on the schedule. We're going to get that tonight. Of course, Simplest Minds of the Week to end the show. This is the Simple Minds Sports Show, Friday Rewind. September 20th live, Thursday night, September 19th. Welcome to the show. Apparently, the Celtics are dumb front-running pussies. This is the same team they have been for 4 years running.
Well, my worst nightmare came true. Missoula and Mayo are friends. What the fuck? Apparently they've known each other since Virginia. They have these docking sessions where they talk about ball and managing people.
I'm on vacation. I'm going to quay all these. I'm going to fucking watch them this week.
Do you say quay?
Is it not quay?
It's Q. It's Q. It's Q-U-E, you idiot!
Q-U-E, you idiot. That still makes me smile. Pats versus Jets, Thursday Night Football. Just about to kick off. It's an 8:15 kickoff. Is Amazon on time, or is this one of those programs?
You can watch. Well, you have to watch it on Prime, but Bobby and I can probably watch it on CBS.
Okay, well, maybe let me finish the fucking question before you answer it.
You did stop talking, so therefore you finished the question.
No, I stopped talking because you started talking.
No, you stopped talking. That's when I started talking.
That's how fucking conversations go. You wait till I stop, and then you start.
You did stop. But go on.
I fucking didn't stop. Is this one of those platforms where it's going to start at 8:15, or is this a 8:15 listed and then it doesn't start till 8:35?
Probably 8:25. Are you done talking? Sorry, I didn't know if that was a comma.
It's just my question right now.
Delivery. It's close enough that you can't get mad, but it isn't what they say.
Okay. For a while there, when we were growing up, like the start time was, damn it, am I in computer audio?
No, it sounds weird.
Hold on. Thank you for. I am. Thank you, Rand. Thank you. And we went through 8 minutes. We went through 8 minutes of a cold open before you mentioned it, but that's
you just yelled at me for a question, so I just was like, yeah, I might as well just fucking burn my bridge while I can.
And that's not burning the bridge. That's doing what you're supposed to do, is listening back. And anyway, so 8:15, maybe the Patriots are going to start. So let's get a little talk in here. Not too much. Again, it's going to come out tomorrow. Game will be over. Half of what we say will be fucking wrong anyway. So let's start here. Pats run game versus the Jets defense. Yeah, here's some statistics for you. The Jets have given up 310 yards rushing the season. It's the 9th worst in the league. It's 4.7 yards per carry, which is 14th worst, and 3 touchdowns with its 8th worst in the league. In short, they, through 2 games, have not produced a great running defense. That extends into last season, too. There was some crazy stat, 130 plus yards in the last 10 plus games, something like that. And the Patriots, obviously, it's their main strength on offense, maybe their only strength on offense. They are 5th most in rushing yards through 2 games this season. I'll start there, Bobby. Your thoughts on the run game versus the Jets defense? Is that the biggest strength the Patriots have? Certainly offensively, but is that where you're going to look? Is that the starting point for you in this game?
It's the only thing that they've done effectively where they've set out to move the football. They haven't been able to pass down the field. Most of what they've done passing is kind of come off of a Brissett kind of scramble from pressure. So if they're going to win this game, it's going to follow the same script as the Bengals game. They're going to have to control the clock, limit possessions, and move the football down the field. The Jets allow those sorts of drives. That's kind of how they want to play. They want to play a bend don't break defense, and the Patriots, that's how they want to play offense. So it's a good fit for the Patriots.
Speaking of bend don't break, is that a weight bench behind you?
How long does that take? How long does that take you to figure out?
I am in my basement now, and this is my gym.
You're in your fucking prime. You got a medicine ball, a fucking weight bench with
10-pound weights on it.
There's no weights on that bench.
No, the microphone's in the way. Move the microphone.
Oh, that's a microphone? I thought that was a...
There it is. Look at that thing. Woo!
He's going for tone, baby. He's not bulking. He's going for tone.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's
Old
shredded.
school. Fuck pliability. Bulk up, baby. We're hitting the bench. Max out, son. All right. Fantastic. New room, Bobby, obviously. Yeah.
This will be the new home of the Simple Mind Sports Show here, and for me until the completion of the construction.
Excellent. If you could do me a favor and just continue to grow that gym behind you and do the rest of our shows with your shirt off, that'd be great. We need a full-on hardo on this show.
When I do headlines, when I do headlines, I want you to do 10 reps on that bench.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, when we come back from headlines, you should be fucking repping.
Fine.
Actually, every
fine.
Patriots turnover, you owe us 10.
Ooh, he's gonna be fucking ripped. He's gonna be ripped by the
turnovers so far. I mean, it was.
Exactly.
I'm hoping for him.
Now I'm hoping. That's the
Jones
easiest thing to do here.
That's right. Okay.
Does your mother live with you yet?
Yes.
Then that's not the easiest.
Well played. Well set up. Fuck you.
It's the second easiest thing to do in your house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, obviously the Patriots run game. That's where you want to start offensively. Before we get to the other side of the ball, Ray, as we've mentioned here in our email, quote, old cunt Rodgers versus the Pats secondary. I mentioned it last show. Look, if Geno Smith is carving him up for 75% completion rate across the middle of the field with not a single soul anywhere close, their zone defense looks like shit, even though your Patriots beat guys are still pumping up Christian Gonzalez like he's the next fucking Deion Sanders. I don't know. What does Aaron Rodgers have left? I found an interesting statistic. I didn't find. It was presented to me via social media. The first game of Aaron Rodgers, not this, I guess it would be the second game, but the first game this year, Aaron Rodgers played more or less the same exact stat line as Zach Wilson last year for the Jets. So, and it hasn't got much better for Aaron Rodgers against the Titans, which they barely squeaked out, who look like a poorly run franchise there in Tennessee. So, I don't know. Do you expect Aaron Rodgers to do some damage into this secondary, or do you expect a stout defense against the Jets here on Thursday night?
It's been 3 years since Aaron Rodgers threw over for 300 yards. Back in 2021 was the last time that he threw for 300 plus yards. So therefore, I think Aaron Rodgers is in for another mediocre type game. He may get over 200 tonight, but I don't think he's going to scorch this team. I think he is the big cunt, and I think no one likes him in that locker room. Obviously, last week when he threw a third down pass to Lazard, that was not Lazard's fault for missing. He gave him the stink eye, aka my in-laws, I call it the Stevens bitch face because that's what all my in-laws do. So therefore, I feel like that's what it is like Aaron Rodgers. So therefore, he's just like a cancer in the locker room. So no, I don't think he's going to succeed tonight. I think it's going to be a messy game, and the Bluebirds in New Jersey are going to reign supreme on Aaron Rodgers.
We are outing all of our former Raymondite alumni here tonight. No problem.
They don't support me anyway, so don't worry. They don't listen.
Nope, I totally get it. No problem.
Look at this fucking idiot, though. I think the Pats could very well get blown out tonight. That's Patrick Mooney.
Sounds like trolling. I don't know if he believes that.
I don't think he believes it either.
He's going to say the opposite of whatever you said.
He might just be fucking with you, Ray. I don't, Patrick Mooney, commenter. I don't think the Jets have a coherent enough offense to put that type of performance together. And I think that their run defense, the history of their run defense, is porous enough where where the Patriots can control the ball and time of possession and make it a slow, grinding game, which the NFL has turned into, which we'll certainly get to at some point. Speaking of that, nice transitions, Rich. Thank you. Pat's O-line versus the Jets D. Seahawks, depending on who you read and where you listen, had a 58% pressure on Jacoby Brissett for every drop back and pass. Ray, I think this was you. Blueprint for every team versus us. Did you write that?
Probably.
So just quickly, so I can clarify, Bobby. As Ray puts here, Seahawks pressured Brissett 50% of the drop back, and Ray wrote that's the blueprint for every team, which would be to pressure the quarterback would be on passing plays. That's the blueprint for every team versus the Patriots.
No, make him go out of the pocket and scramble. That's what they were trying to do.
Which the only passes he completed all game against.
They were going up the middle, so then it would force him to the outside, and therefore he would have to scramble.
Look, I like the note alongside the statistic. Brissett was pressured 58% of the time, and Ray wrote that seems to be the
Being there with 4.
This is a long one. Patrick is also concerned with the Pats coming off a short week, the players that are out, and the players that came into the game listed as questionable. I'm sure most of this is maintenance, but there's a real chance for a not-so-close loss.
Here's what Aaron Rodgers had to say about a short week. We're just trying to get through Thursday. We got a 3-day weekend after that. Aaron Rodgers is checked out. He's a piece of shit.
Let's fucking pop.
Let's fucking do some ayahuasca and fly to Egypt, baby. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets are checked out. They got a lot of talent on that team. Certainly, that's what's going to keep them in games all season long. It will certainly keep them in this game. We'll see. Again, look, I don't want to spend too much time on this. We should probably wrap it up. The game's starting now. Aaron Rodgers drafts back. First pass of the game. That's a completion in front of Jonathan Jones. So here you go. The game has started, and we are going to move past this segment. Hello, Finley. And move on to some scraps here right after headlines with the obvious one.
Hold on, Richard. You got to give me a moment because I have everything for you. So, hey, Finley, how are you tonight, babe? I hope you're well. Uncle Ray says hello. He's just trying to get some stuff going. I love what you have with your hair going on there. Everything looks great. And hold on.
We should.
There we
go.
The Patriots fell to 1-1 after some questionable clock management, and oh, you son of a bitch, I just lost it. There we go. With some clock management and an overtime loss to the Seattle Seahawks, 23-20. They traveled to New Jersey to take on the goddamn Jets as we record. The score update, 0-0. Shohei Ohtani becomes the first MLB player to record 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases. He goes 6 for 6 with 10 RBIs and 2 stolen bases. He accomplished that today against the Miami Marlins in a 14-3 victory. The Red Sox sit at 76 and are 3.5 back for that final wildcard spot. With 10 games to go, they take on the Tampa Bay Rays tonight, and they then have a home series against the Minnesota Twins. That's too loud in my ears. Big news out of the NBA, no more Woj bombs as Adrian Wojnarowski has left ESPN to become the GM of the St. Bonaventure University. I, too, did not know there were GMs in college basketball. Finally, the Bruins and Jeremy Swayman still haven't come to an agreement on an extension, and with camp opening up is holding out. Many insiders think a deal will be done this week. This has been a very bad headlines with the obvious one. Back to you there, Richard.
Yeah, woof. That was
it's you in my ears singing and stuff. Yeah, I just
No,
that was me. That was me, babe. That was me.
Game started here, first and 20. Aaron Rodgers took a shot at the end zone.
And
incomplete. And there's a holding call.
I was worried that was about to be pass interference in the end zone as the flag was thrown.
That's what it looked like to me as well.
Richard,
Bobby.
I'm sorry. I know you were tending to Finley and watching the game, but did
we got a sack, Pats.
Nice.
Second down. We got a second down and
30.
Be 26, 27 yards. Sorry, Ray. Go ahead.
Did Bobby do his 10 reps?
I believe
I would have had to do about 15 or 50 reps with how long that segment was.
Things happen. 50-50 club. There's no one that ever did that in MLB. That's fucking huge.
Cool.
Yeah, the best statistic from
how I feel about that word.
The best statistic from that of Shohei Ohtani's season that he's having is it's the 11th best season of Barry Bonds' career. offensively. So that's all you need to know about that
Aaron
one.
Rodgers at steroids and will never be in the Hall of Fame.
That's true. Also, I don't listen to anything you say. Did you mention the Bruins situation with Swayman?
Yeah, I did. That was the last thing I said.
Okay. Just quickly on that, because it's not a segment of ours, but we should touch on it. It is news in Boston sports. Bobby, watch the game. Let us know what's going on. So we got hardball going on with Swayman and Sweeney. Sweeney got his back up in the media this week. It looks like if both sides had any respect for each other, they could come to a deal tomorrow. But they're going to push this thing as far as it can possibly go. They're less than $1 million apart, maybe 1 year apart. If they wanted to get it done, they could absolutely get it done. But they're playing hardball. I don't know the name of Sweeney's agent, but it's the same guy as Torrey Krug. It's the last.
It ends with a vowel.
Okay, it's the. Is that a joke that we can't air? Okay. He's the last agent to record an actual major holdout in the NHL. And forgive me, I forget NHL names. You're not going to get that here on this show. But
you're not going to be able to pronounce it either.
The point is, you should understand the people that you're dealing with. And Don Sweeney clearly didn't, or left or extended an olive branch too far last season in arbitration with Swayman here. And in this offseason, when they could have extended the arbitration 2 years, they didn't. They left it at 1. Sweeney gave a lot of good faith gestures here towards Swayman and his agent. And Swayman and his agent essentially are pissing in his face.
Eric Lindros was the last one. He missed the entire season because of a restricted free agent holdout.
So there you go. And look, we know our ex-compadre here who's still in the text chain, Billy, old Bulls Bill, is very team player from time to time, depending on the circumstance when it comes to money. I'm not here, okay? Look, sign the fucking contract. Stop being an asshole. Like, that's your money. You want to go play with the team or you don't, okay? Quit being a jerk. Sweeney, trade him or don't. All right. So I actually like the Bruins' approach here. They gave him what they think is a real deal, and he doesn't want to take it. Fine. Sit out for the whole third of the season and see what your value is after that. You fucking punk. You 25-year-old have done nothing in the NHL, punk. Fuck. And he's a mental case. I don't like the vibes out of Jeremy Swayman from last offseason and crying about the arbitration process to this season playing hardball with the Bruins. Sweeney fucked up in his own right. This isn't a Bruins segment, so we don't have to go into details. Just the overall sentiment from me here, some of my sports show hockey section. Fuck off, Swayman. Sign the fucking contract and play hockey, or get out of town. All right, that's what I'd like to see.
Do you think he has to go talk to Coach Vibes and maybe he'll have a positive attitude and come to
Coach Vibes will probably have some positive things to say too?
Yeah, you probably have him under control.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of Coach Vibes, we've got a Patriots segment here, picking up the scraps from last week and moving forward. We're going to start with the Patriots passing game, which you talk about reasons why they lost last week to the Seahawks. You probably want to start coaching. Disagree with if you want. We can get to that, but certainly the passing game was evident in terms of execution and their lack of it. Let me just give you some statistics here, starting with the quarterback, Jacoby Brissett. Here's a surprising stat. He's the 4th best average time to throw in the NFL at 3.06 seconds.
Makes no sense.
Best.
That makes no sense.
4th best. Go ahead, Ray.
Continue. I mean, you just think that the offensive line. The only thing I can think of is when they bring in the extra offensive lineman to line up as an eligible receiver. When they're going that big package, that's probably what the extra time he has in the pocket to throw. And he doesn't do it often in the games anyways. Look,
stats are stats. It's 2 games. Per next-gen stats, New England has allowed the second highest pressure rate with 44.3%. 2 straight weeks over 40%. So, yeah, those 2 statistics, both from next-gen stats, don't really add up. That it's the second highest pressure rate, but he also has the 4th best average time to throw. Also from next-gen, 4 of the 28 pressures have become sacks. We know just the eyeball test tells us that Brissett is doing a good job avoiding sacks. Watching live here, there's another avoided sack to Hunter Henry for a no gain. Bobby,
was it completion though?
It was a completion to Hunter Henry.
Perfect.
I think Jacoby Brissett sucks. I think Jacoby Brissett just blows. Okay, we've got some clips here coming up, And you added some stuff from Pop Douglas, who's been the main piece of news or attention of news, and not getting him the ball. No attempts to him in the Seahawks game. Ray, we've got a clip. Maybe don't show it yet. Maybe give Bobby a chance to speak on this. I don't think Brissett sees the field fast enough, certainly not for this offensive line, to be productive at any point in an offense like this.
Yeah, what Brissett is he's like a study in the net neutral quarterback. He is going to absolutely give you nothing as far as in anything above what average is, and he's going to try and not give you anything below average as in no turnovers. But correct, he does not push the ball down the field. Whether he doesn't see it, refuses to do it, or doesn't believe that he can make the throws, I personally believe that he doesn't think that he's accurate enough to make the throws right now, because I think that there are windows that are there, but he doesn't trust it to throw it, or that he's being coached not to do it, and they're just trying to extend games and extend drives right now.
I don't agree with it that he doesn't believe it. I would lean more towards the coaching. But really what I would lean towards is he doesn't have the aptitude to do it. Right. Let's just move forward to the Pop Douglas clip. Because this is about as open as you can fucking get in the NFL. Now we can't see the total pressures we're watching here live. If anyone's listening on the audio, we're watching Pop Douglas all 22 tape of multiple routes where he gets open. We can kind of see the offensive line. A lot of these plays are ending in Jacoby Brissett landing on his ass, so it's not totally fair to him. But right from the jump, right off the snap, I mean, the play we just watched is just a simple drag route.
Wide open.
You just get behind the linebacker 1 second, he's wide open for a 14-yard fucking gain, right? Like some of those, yes, you might have to extend the play a little bit, but the reason why I say it's a Brissett problem is because, well, we have 9 years of tape on the guy, so he's never been the type of guy to make these type of plays. And then you're probably right, Bobby. I think you combine in the fact that the coaches have said we're playing a possession first game, no turnovers, no stupid plays, don't push the ball, take the easy throw, and we get what we get, which is no attempts to your number one playmaker on offense in Pop Douglas.
Especially when you look at those ones where he kind of runs through uncontested. He's obviously not the first read, because if that's where you're looking, that's where the ball's going. So whatever his progressions are, he's looking somewhere else first, and he doesn't have the time or aptitude to move off that quickly and to get to where he needs to go with the ball. So I don't know if they need to switch up how the offense is with that, because he's clearly actually getting open.
I think that you're going to see that more next game. I think he's going to be the first read. I don't think he can do it on a short week. I know he's been spouting off at the mouth during the after the game press conference. He pretty much said, look at the tape, I was open. Kind of like you never hear that in a Belichick run organization. So obviously this is all new for us, 20 plus years of hearing, the Patriots way and people not like stepping on Belichick or coaches and stuff like that. But Pop Douglas pretty much came out and said, I'm open. I think you will see Gerard Mayo going and addressing this with Alex Van Pelt and say, hey, why don't we make him the first option here for Jacoby Brissett? He is getting open. We can see it on the tape. I don't think you're going to see it tonight against the Jets because it's a short week, but it will happen.
Yeah, maybe there was a clip that was brought up. I was listening to something Brissett was talking about. There was a difficulty for him finding Pop Douglas because he was so small. Sorry, Ray.
Fuck, average.
Which again does not speak to Pop Douglas's normal average height and NFL small height. That speaks, in my opinion, to Brissett's inability to get the fucking job done. Man, if he's open, throw him the ball. I don't care how small he is.
Yeah, I think
Tyreek Hill's tiny.
Point.
Yep. Greg Bedard had a percentage. 75% of the pass dropbacks against the Seahawks had some sort of breakdown, which is not what you're looking for. Jalen Polk, Bobby, I think you added this. Jalen Polk looks to be getting open per a lot of statistics. I had something among rookies. He's number one in percentage of separation percentage at 31.6%, leads all rookies in the league. I went to verify that at NFL.com. Guess what? You need at least 5 attempts your way to actually make the list, and he doesn't have it. So at least on this, he's getting open 31% of the time, which is better than all the rookie wide receivers drafted this year. But he lacks the attempts thrown his way to even make an NFL. So that tells you all you need to know about the offensive pass game for the Patriots. I asked the question, does AVP have room to grow as a play caller, at least? Let's start there. I say yes. Ray, you say no. I didn't understand your answer. I'm assuming that there was some type of run-on sentence here. Let me read it verbatim so everyone can understand what the bottom of the totem pole of dumb really means. My question, does AVP have room to grow as a play caller? Ray, no. Seems like he's a one-trick pony. Seahawks offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb knew they were going to call the all-out blitz both times.
They did. They came out and said it.
What
They
the
pretty much.
fuck does that have to do about what is Ryan Grubb, the offensive coordinator on the other side of the ball, have to do about Alex Van Pelt on this side of the ball?
Oh, good point. Good point. Good point. Sorry, baby.
Oh, so that was not a run-on sentence? Those were actual combined thoughts you had?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I was taking a shit when I wrote that. I'm sorry, baby.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
my goodness.
Sorry, baby.
You understand what we're dealing with, listeners? Fucking Christ. Okay.
Thank you.
Bobby,
You froze. Damn it.
I'm here.
does Alex Van Pelt have room to grow as a play caller? I say yes, because he's never
Of
done
course
it
he does,
before. Of course he
100%. I think specifically where he has to grow as a play caller, it's really more as the person that puts together the play sheet. I don't think that he really has a full understanding of how to put together the amount of plays that they organize that he can call, and he has spelled that out specifically about what plays he has to have to counter the other team. It seems like that they have too many things where they don't have specific counters yet for what the other team is doing. They need to learn how to install more and put it in there. As far as it goes with game scripts, that'll just come with time.
Yeah.
I don't think he has the right kind of weapons to use either. I think he needs more weapons at his disposal. I think he doesn't have enough toys to play with.
More,
right now.
yes, more better.
Well, I asked that question kind of on the heels. We've got an Around the NFL segment coming. Clint Kubiak in New Orleans, who has the number one offense in the NFL, probably should be on everyone's power rankings, NFL power rankings. If they're not there, I don't know what you're.
I mean, he's the top 3 team, I think, in the NFL right now.
Probably one overall.
No.
He's got a ton of motion. He's a Shanahan disciple, similar to West Coast and what AVP is doing, but AVP is not doing any motion, and they're just running the ball and barely play actioning, and it just seems very vanilla. Ray, you mentioned that. Sounds like the Seahawks call the Patriots offense very vanilla, easy to read. Wide receiver routes were not very complicated at all. However, we just watched a clip of Pop Douglas getting open on 6 routes, and Jalen Polk is the best separation of all rookies. So whether it's vanilla or not, these guys. Sorry, Bobby.
I said there's just a lot of conflicting information on what's going on with the Patriots offense as far as, like we're going to say, there's statistics, but you look at what's going on. There's these stats that say that there's a lot of meat on the bone. So what? It almost gives you hope that it can all come together, but it almost then you're watching the game and you don't sometimes see it.
Yeah, and maybe you just boil that down to the offensive line not being cohesive enough and allowing 40 to 50% pressure and not allowing things to actually come together. Here's what's come together. Certainly the running game, like I said, 5th best in the league. However, are we concerned about Ramondre Stevenson's fumbling issue? 2 fumbles in the first 2 games, didn't lose either of them. One of them, was against the Seahawks, was heading into the end zone. Are you concerned? He might have got benched in that Seahawks game too. And I had this thought, fuck you, Ray. I see you shaking your head. I had this thought watching the game. Antonio Gibson got all the snaps for an entire series, which has not happened yet. That was the first time it happened in the 2 games, and it was direct, and it was immediately after the drive where Stevenson fumbled to go heading into the end zone. So, okay, shake your head all you want. I mean, you don't know.
What does this team want? What does Robert Kraft want? The furthest thing from Bill Belichick's regime possible.
Robert Kraft's not making that fucking call in the middle of the game.
Fuck you. You don't think he said that? You don't think he said that to fucking Coach Vibes? Are you
Robert's got a fucking
serious?
No,
phone? I think he said it before the season. Please keep it. Whatever Belichick did, do fucking opposite.
That's too far. Too far.
No
too far
fucking way.
Too far.
He doesn't want to hurt these kids' feelings. You got Mac Jones going down to fucking Jacksonville, baby. That's why he doesn't want to do this shit. You got to keep these guys positive vibes only.
In the tinfoil hat and the spirit walk of truth, where Robert Kraft has a fucking bat phone down to the sideline. You better not take.
Never said that.
Out.
You said. Nope. You're putting words in my mouth. You're putting words in my mouth. I never said anything about a bat phone or anything about Robert Kraft calling down. I think before he got hired, he said, please, I want this whole regime change to change. You can't be a cunty asshole. If someone makes a mistake, please keep him in the game.
Listen
Stuff like
to
that.
me. You don't have to be a cunty asshole to watch Ramondre Stevenson fumble the ball twice in 2 games, getting the amount of workload that he's getting as a head coach and go, Mondre, sit down for a series. We got to have a better ball security than that. You almost cost us the touchdown. That's a head coach in the NFL. That's not an asshole. That's a head coach in the NFL. Every head coach in the NFL should do that. If Jerome Mayo didn't do that, I'd be more pissed.
See, this is the cousin I like. Wayne's handsome and he's smart. When you run the ball 70 times, it's bound to happen.
Well, that's a loser fucking mentality. Thanks, Coach Vibe. What Wayne Barrett? What handsome Wayne? Where'd you get your fucking degree from? Asshole school? If you carry the 70 ball 70 times, if you fumble it, it's okay. No big deal. No big deal. We'll get it back. It's okay, buddy. Tap on the head. You'll get him next time. Fuck off. Don't fumble the ball. Don't fumble the ball.
He doesn't mean that, Wayne.
Frank
You're
Gore
handsome.
ran the
Keep
ball like
talking.
10,000 times. He has like 2 fumbles. Don't fumble the ball. Ray, or sorry, Bobby, are you concerned about Ramondre Stevenson's?
He has a history of fumbles. He fumbled away games. He's fumbled away games in the past. He fumbled away the Bengals game 2 years ago.
Yeah, but if he rushed it 70 times, I guess it's okay, according to Handsome Wayne.
Maybe he needs a bench press in his fucking basement. And then
He
won't
apparently needs a bench press.
Probably
in his
help.
fucking-
I don't. You know how many
I'm just
career
saying.
fumbles I have? 0.
How about the defense? We haven't touched on this post game. We're now losing Juwan Bentley. I don't think you could overstate how big of a loss that is.
Huge.
Running game, massive. Play caller in the middle of the field. I have lambasted them, however you say that, for not addressing the linebacker position in the offseason. Giovanni Tavai is the only other McMillan, I guess. The last time Rich got hit that many times, it was by a black guy. That's not a funny joke because it's not rooted in any truth, and I don't even understand it.
Was it a Puerto Rican guy over at the McGarvey's when you and Zimmer went to go get the subs and Joe Carroll was dancing with that married woman?
Puerto Rican. He was not black, and he only hit me once.
He knows. Tomato.
I did fumble though.
You did.
I fumbled my consciousness. Are you? What's your? Let me just continue. Keon White, Christian Gonzalez are really the only young core players that you can, if you really think about it. Keon White and Christian Gonzalez. If you don't call Barmar, who is out this season, what are the other young players? Kyle Duggar's 28. What are the other young players they have in this team to build around on their defense? If it's supposed to be,
if you're talking about young star players, that's it. But I mean, you got Marcus Jones. He's a player on the defense. He's a member of the secondary. He would count. He's one of them.
That's a nice bar.
That's it. That's about it.
That's a beautiful bar to
That's it. You can't really think of anyone else.
Look, per Next Gen, the Patriots are 31st in pressure rate on defense with 24.1%, getting nearly nothing from individual pass rate outside of Keon White. They are last in the 4-man rush at 16.9%, which is nothing. Keon White has 4 sacks. Kyle Duggar 1. Bentley and Ukulele both have a half a sack. There's no production from that front 7 other than Keon White. Giovanni Tavai is the only other front 7 player to have a tackle for a loss.
But isn't that the Patriots MO, just to not go after the quarterback but contain, kind of bring the pocket around him so they have to do something stupid or scramble? They've never been a big sack team. They've always been able to make the quarterback go on the run or something like that,
Let me ask you this. Do you feel like Geno Smith was pressured last week?
Probably as precious as my boner was in 8th grade.
I don't know if that one played.
No.
I think the answer to that
I
is
appreciate the self-deprecating humor, though.
the answer to that is no. They've allowed the 5th most total yards in the NFL at 466. I think the point here is we touched on it on the recap show. Defense, Bobby, good, not great.
Yeah, that's it. Defense good, not great, and not great so far tonight either.
And the point of mentioning as young players Christian Gonzalez and Keon White, and I guess Marcus
Jones, yeah, big one.
What's your what is their ceiling? Is their ceiling might be the Cincinnati game. That might be the best game they play all season.
It's 2 games. I mean, you got to wait. I mean, they got to
jump.
jump.
That anybody who is doing a fucking show about sports in the NFL that says it's 2 games while you're commentating on the 2 games is a stupid fucking place to start.
No, I mean, the Seahawks are 2-0 right now.
Even if the Patriots are just good, they're good enough to win games. They don't have to be great. All you need is a good defense. They just need to score.
They
a
weren't
little
good
bit
enough
more
last
points.
week. If you're going to build your team on defensive running, the defense lost the game last week. So they weren't good enough.
Do you
Well,
think they lost
I
the game
guess is
last
my
week?
point.
Special teams
They're not
lost the
good
game
enough.
last week.
I mean, that was a PI that wasn't really supposed to be a PI. Even Tyler Lockett came out and said it. I mean, you
fucking drive me off the goddamn wall tonight.
start drinking, baby.
We're going to talk about goddamn second week, and now we're going to blame it on Jonathan Jones' interception in overtime. But come on. Come on. What are we doing?
7-0 Jets.
Yeah.
7-0 Jets. How'd they score?
They drove right down the field through like a 10-yard pass. Hey, Douglas got the ball. Sweet.
He got the ball. He got the ball on a wide receiver screen. Ran.
Well, he hadn't had the ball
length
in a
of
while,
the
so he
field.
wanted to run around on the field for a little bit so he could feel like he was playing.
He
Can I tell you
ran,
something?
he
Oh,
ran
go
the
ahead.
length of the field from sideline to sideline and gained 1 yard.
Hey, 1 yard, baby. But you were talking about the
Let's play
ceiling.
the game.
Look, this is the next like 4 games they got. They got the 49ers next, who has Brock Purdy, who's just a game manager. Then you got the Dolphins, who has Skylar Thompson, who sucks. Then you got CJ Stroud against the Texans, and then you got the Jags with Sunshine, and then you got Aaron Rodgers again. So I mean, you could like keep going and going and going, playing shitty quarterbacks.
The league is full of shitty quarterbacks. We'll get to that.
Yeah,
I'm not.
they're set up to win their 5-6 games.
I'm not totally down on the Patriots defense. I just don't pump it up. They're getting pumped up way more than I think they should. I don't think they're that great.
Yeah.
What was I didn't see the touchdown. Patrick Mooney says touchdown was a complete fail in zone coverage. That seems.
It was
like
a pass to Lazard. He couldn't get tackled. He ran in the end zone from like 10 yards.
Okay. Let me watch this play. We'll move forward. There you go. First down. Hunter Henry. There you go. Hunter
Oh,
Henry.
Weird.
Yeah.
Hunter Henry caught it. Weird.
Nice little fucking zip there from Jacoby too. Okay, I asked a question here to kind of finish up our Patriots segments. Will the coaching be the difference between the playoff and a top 5 pick? A wide range there, but seemed like a blown opportunity from the Seahawks, largely due to play calling and clock management. They pissed that game away. Obviously, players didn't execute. It always comes down to the players. However, we've gone over the coaching decisions. I just kind of mentioned it. Does AVP have room to grow? Obviously, Mayo, AVP, Covington have a whole swath of room to grow. All rookie coaches do. Very rarely do they. I guess the question is, like, what is your faith in this coaching staff that they can learn from their mistakes like we saw in Seattle and give this team the best chance to pull out, I don't know, some games that maybe they shouldn't win, like tonight? Can they stick around and gut out a game that maybe they shouldn't win? Or a depleted San Francisco team, can they gut out or Seahawks team they shouldn't have beaten? Can they win those type of games on the backs of good coaching decisions if they can learn from some of their mistakes?
Go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think on the defensive side of the ball with Covington and also Mayo, they kind of really do come from the Belichick tree. I would have to believe that they are learned into being adaptive, that he would preach that. We know that Belichick would change things so that they would be that. I worry more about AVP. The book's kind of out on him. He's been in the league. I think he'll get better as a play caller, but as his schemes and his tactics going to change, I think defensively they will. I will hold out hope. We won't know until we see more games under the regime, but I just don't know from a standpoint of anybody in a job, you generally get better the more you do it, if you care.
Unless your name is Nick Sirianni, who did not address his team after that terrible loss last week. We have this clip here. It doesn't really flow, but I'd like to hear Bill Belichick. We haven't talked about him yet on the show in his latest part. This is him basically ripping the Patriots from afar.
Are you talking about the next Eagles head coach?
Yes.
Bill Belichick.
Same thing in New England and Seattle. New England had 2 3-and-outs at the end of the game, one in regulation, one in overtime, and then Seattle drove down for the tying field goal and then drove it 75 yards for the winning field goal in overtime. So that fourth quarter, where that's a combination of conditioning, coaching strategy, figuring out what's going on, whatever the case might be, it's a combination. But that fourth quarter, as you said, stands alone, and you got to be able to play well to close out games in the fourth quarter in this league.
There you go. Bill's ripping him. And as he said that, I watched that third down play. Jacoby Brissett, third down and whatever, who just took the sack directly in front of him. Pop Douglas came open. Like, he pumped it right to him and didn't throw him the fucking ball.
And he missed a throw on first down. The one after the one you saw where he threw it, he had I think it was Henry or Hooper again, and he missed him.
This is a Jacoby Brissett problem. This is the clock for Drake
Coming
May.
aboard? Are you coming on the? Are you coming with me now?
The clock for Drake May has started. He should
So
not.
what is it? What is it? Let's throw it out there. Let's throw it out there.
Look. He should not get in there until the coaches believe he can fucking take a play and call a play, where it doesn't have to be Miley Cyrus's asshole from the sideline.
Don't you worry, he can take a play.
If AVP doesn't have to hold up a sign that's Miley Cyrus's asshole with butt plugs to know to throw the ball down the field. Then,
Yeah, I know what play that is. Run it.
That's trips right. One goes streaking down the field.
We are
one
in the
goes to
midst
post.
of a massive Jacoby Brissett problem. Throw the fucking ball. Throw the ball.
Yeah, he does blow.
I mean, you have to think about it, though. The coaches' jobs are on the line. I mean, maybe not Mayo's, but Alex Van Pelt's certainly on the line. Quarterback coaches, wide receiver coaches, all these guys' jobs are on the line. If Jacoby Brissett is seeing ghosts and can't fucking read who's open or the next out, not the second option, then yes, he has to go, and Drake May will come in sooner than later.
That's not going to be the reason Drake May starts this year.
Oh, I think so.
Oh, you're wrong. They have a leash longer than
Don't try.
than a Native American hog.
Okay. 2
Have you ever
inches.
seen one of those?
AVP and Mayo will be back next year. They've already won their one game. They're safe. They're not. The goal is to develop Drake May. Jacoby Brissett can take sacks on third down all year long. It's not going to matter. Their job is safe. Next year is the year. Next year is the year. So you're wrong, Ray. Quick break. Okay, quickly around the NFL, we went long on a Patriots talk here. I mentioned Click Kubiak down in New Orleans. If you guys don't have the Saints on your power rankings, I don't know what you're doing.
You fucking idiots.
You're fucking idiots. Okay,
Idiots.
You want to see the proper NFL power rankings? Go to SimpleMindSports.com. There's a blog that'll show you exactly where they need to be
Every week.
The reason I bring this up, Patriots interviewed him, didn't hire him. I think because he wanted a contract.
Probably wanted monies.
Wanted monies. And
those monies.
do we know? I actually asked, but do we know who had that final decision on AVP? It wasn't Mayo. So
No,
who made the call? Was it a
Elliot
Kraft or was it Wolf?
Wolf.
Elliot Wolf.
Well, then Wolf fucked this team royally on many occasions. The injury
to all the Patriots bobos on Facebook and shit. When you post something into groups and then they all fucking shit down your face because you say that Elliot Wolf, you wrote a beautiful blog on Simple Mind Sports. I shared it with some Patriots people and they all shit down our throats saying it's a rebuild year. This is a 2 to 3 year system. Not when you have $40 million left on the fucking table, you fucking idiots. Anybody that believes in the rebuild and it's okay to just downshift in the NFL is an idiot. You're an idiot. You're a fucking moron.
They could be 2-0 right now. They could, with everything that they've done, they could be 2-0.
Yep. And you could have fucking out. You could just say, all right, Drake May, you know what? I don't think you're going to get killed back there. You could go out there and probably start in probably week 4 or 5. Gardner Minshew leads the league in completion percentage. Jacoby Brissett won't throw the ball to your number one wide receiver. You took Jacoby Brissett. Yep.
The left tackle that you signed just left. He quit.
Chooks is out the building.
He said no mas.
Chooks is out the building. Elliot Wolf has doomed this team. That is a good blog, Ray. Thanks for putting that. SimpleMindSports.com. Go check that out. Here's another thing that's fucking everybody. The injury bug's crawling right up everyone's ass in the NFL. Tua on IR. Debo McCaffrey for the 49ers. AJ Brown. The list goes on and on. We're late, so I'm not going to go on it. But the main point here is, which everyone has come around to, make these guys practice in pads in the offseason. Make them play preseason games. Most of the injuries that you're seeing is a hamstring or a knee tweak or a calf strain. These are soft tissue injuries that happen when you are not ready to go full speed, and then you just jump into NFL action. They
Probably because they don't have a weight bench in their fucking basement, pussies.
Pussies. Get a weight bench in your basement. You don't even have to put weights on it, apparently, and you will be ready for NFL season. We blame this one on the NFL and the players union in the last CBA negotiations. Put some pads on. Put some pads on in August and go hit each other, you idiots. Or everyone's injured. Fantasy football sucks. No one's out there to fucking play. Not that we care about fantasy football. Okay, upside down world and quarterbacks for the NFL. Baker Mayfield, Derek Carr, Sam Darnold, Kyler Murray, future MVP. Ray, you've been saying it forever. These are your best quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Ray, you gave me top QBR, which is a made-up ESPN stat, which aggravated me. Why would
I give you?
You gave me QBR.
That's not a made-up stat.
QBR is ESPN's response
0 to 100 dumb thing they made up.
An actual fucking
Derek Carr in the first time in his career is owning that first place position with 96% QBR.
I don't give a fuck about Derek Carr. I give a fuck that ESPN
Well, he plays for the Saints, so you should.
So they could get on your stupid brain and think that it's relevant. I don't know what QBR is. I go by quarterback rating.
That's what a QBR is, you fucking moron. You just fucking said what it is. You fucking.
That was an unfortunate.
Oh God, dumbass.
Do you actually know what the actual traditional rating of the of quarterback
perfect rating is 144%? Lowest rating you can get is 32%.
No, 153.2 or whatever is the best. Oh, Google that shit right now. Kyler Murray had it last week. 153.6 or something is the best rating you can get as a quarterback, and that is the traditional stat. ESPN made up their own fucking stat.
158.3. See, I told you, you stupid idiot.
Perfect. You gave me the point of this is you gave me the ESPN stat and it aggravated me. Either way, the same names are up there. Derek Carr, Kyler Murray, Geno Smith, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. The names up there should not be up. The completion percentage, Malik Willis in his first stat has 80%. Gardner Minshew at second, 77% through 2 weeks. Derek Carr at 77%. Jaden Daniels, 75%. Geno Smith, 74%. These are your completion percentage top five. Touchdowns, Carr, Mayfield, Darnold, Murray, yards, Purdy, Minshew, Stafford, Goff, Lamar. Where's Patrick Mahomes? Allen's up there. Where's your boy Burrow, Ray? Where's your top boy Burrow?
The season starts for them now. They're traditionally bad at first two games of the season.
Got it.
So
the NFL is upside down. I blame it. I have blamed it on college football all along. Bobby Bukaki, college football expert. They're ruining this game.
It has nothing to do with college football. Nothing.
It has 100% to do with college football. Yeah. Their stupid offense and their stupid offensive game plan. And their stupid quarterbacks who can't beat cover two because they don't know how to throw it on the seam and they don't know how to read a defense before it's played. They wait for people to get open and they can't get open in zone. This is why your touchdowns are down 66% or whatever it is from 2 years
69.
ago. Ray, please give me the clip. The running game is coming back.
Is slowly dying in the NFL. It's not my opinion. The stats more than back it up. It's especially strange considering Roger Goodell has done everything in his power to make the NFL a passing league. Here's the hard stats. Teams average just 188.3 yards passing in week 1. Now, at first glance, you might say, well, it is just 1 week. Let's not overreact. I agree, but there's a much larger trend at play. Let's look at full seasons. Back in 1992, NFL teams started averaging over 200 yards passing per game. This grew and got much larger in the 2010s after rule changes like defenseless receiver, roughing the passer, and targeting. Obviously, these helped, but not as much as you'd think. Average passing actually peaked at 243 yards back in 2015. It's been downhill since then. The last 2 seasons both came in at 218. Think about it like this. The last time the NFL average was below 220 was back in 2009. Kendall Baker of Yahoo Sports touched on this and credited Jake Grossman with this wow graph titled, "Is it time to run the damn ball?" The lines you see are based off EPA or expected points added. The gold line is all plays, red line is running plays, and blue is passing. The gold line is interesting here. Since 2020, the EPA of all plays has been trending down, which means offense as a whole has been less effective. Now, the intersection of the red and blue lines is fascinating. The pendulum has officially swung. For the first time, rushing plays have a higher EPA than passing plays, and it's not even close. Running the ball is officially back and more effective than ever. I'm Fred Mickle-Smith, and that's my take.
Yeah, thanks for stealing my opening take, jackass.
No problem. I just wanted to let you know that that's the way the league is going. Been saying it for a long time. And then selfishly, I'd just like you to play the next clip, Ray. I've been calling this guy a boob since he got hired. The Dolphins are.
Read the private chat that I just sent you, babe.
God, you fucking asshole. God damn it, Raymond. Why?
You didn't send it.
What do you mean I didn't send it? There's a beautiful rip job of Mike McDaniel.
Give us a reenactment real quick. Here, I'll give you solo screen. Go ahead, baby.
No, fuck you, Ray. It was a beautiful reenactment of just the guy ripping on Mike McDaniel being a spreadsheet maker who got hired by the Dolphins, and he is just not a professional. He should not be representing the NFL as a head coach. He's not the guy to do it. I said that from the minute they hired him with his stupid fake gold watch and his heroin-looking fucking tricked out look in the offseason this year. That dude
He lives in Miami. He's doing coke nonstop.
Fraud. The second things start to go bad, he will be exposed. The team will turn on him. He may be fired this year, the way the Dolphins act. The way the Dolphins work, he may be fired this year. That dude was 0-11 in cold weather games. Dolphins are a trash organization.
They never beat anybody that's any good.
That kid.
What's his record against a team that's over 500? Is it 0-11? What's his record against teams that are over 500?
I don't know. I know they're 0-11 in cold weather games, and some.
I believe they haven't beaten a team over 500 in a long time.
God damn it! Go to our social medias. I will again resend this to Raymond, and he will play it on our social media platforms because it's a real nice bag job on Mike McDaniel. All right, per usual, we're late. We got a couple segments to go. We'll do a quick break in a minute and a half Celtics segment here.
Here we are, back to the show. The number 2 least favorite group of immigrants to Hans Kemp.
Native Americans.
Whoa! Whoa! He set us up all nice guys. Sri Lankan, not going to be that big of a deal. Small island. Now you go straight to the native people of our very own land.
Bold.
Why?
Bold.
What is it about the Native Americans that you don't like?
They're poor and dirty.
We owe an apology to the Native Americans. We may.
No, we don't.
We may owe an apology to.
Dirty.
I'll go to Mohegan Sun this weekend and fucking put 20 down on the blackjack, and I'll lose it. So there you go. There's my apology.
We may owe another apology to Patrick Mooney, our number one fan, as the Jets drive in here to go up 14-0 in the second quarter. We may be looking at a
blowout.
A blowout here.
Not looking great.
Not looking great. I'm not going to put my money on. I'm not going to put my $20 Mohegan Sun bet on Jacoby Brissett bringing this team back.
No.
So here's a little break in that. Stop watching the Patriots. Listen to some Celtics talk. Just a quick break. I mentioned in the opening, Celtics have daddy issues. Papa Wick wants to sell the team. Sonny Boyne was spending too much money. Boston Celtics ballooning payroll allegedly sparked a rift between the family that owns the team, leading the aging patriarch to demand his free spending son sell the iconic franchise, from a New York Post article, which has, to be fair, has been debunked multiple times by a lot of reporters. So, but what else? Why else would they do it? I mean, you win it. Wick Grossbeck has been the quintessential best owner in Boston. Says Brady left and Kraft lost the mantle, certainly. Spending money, has the number one team in town. They finally win the championship, and like 2 days later, we're selling the team.
Time to go.
Didn't smell right at the beginning, and now we learned that he didn't own the team, which was news to most of us. And
how is that a secret? Is that it? Like, did the NBA know this? Like, I've never heard of like an owner front man. Yes, Raymond.
Did you know your mother was a whore? People make secrets, baby. People make secrets.
He does now.
Congratulations.
I don't know. It's more impressive that it was kept secret to the fans. Like,
I thought for sure Wick Grossbeck owned that fucking team. Yeah.
Touchdown Jets, 14-0.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, I just find it interesting. Obviously, look, I don't think it's going to. Celtics are going to be sold. Pagliuca, would be the most seamless transition. We're getting a lot of conflicting reports. Top three bidders right now. Last I heard was Fenway Sports Group, and
Jack Simone came out and said basically you can't listen to anything about that until there's actually like clear evidence about Bezos. Okay. There's no evidence that Bezos wants to buy the Celtics. There's been debunking theories that Bezos wants nothing to do with the Celtics. So until there's clear-cut evidence, I believe the Fenway Group's also in there. And he said Kraft was. There's a theory that Kraft might want to buy it, but
it's Bezos.
Oh, win. Sorry,
focus on what he's doing right now. Okay, Kraft needs to stop it.
I love young Jack, but also take your naive PC loving ass and get the fuck out. Okay, when there's smoke, there's fire. There's only so many people who can spend $6 billion on a basketball team. Your name doesn't get tossed around in the rumor mill for no reason. Okay, Jeff Bezos is rumored to buy the Celtics. He's in the mix. No doubt about it. The Fenway Sports Group, I find not as valuable because I think they're cheap. I think they're going to go for Vegas, and this is their. They're going to lowball everything, and they're not going to get it. But we'll see.
They want to be in the market kind of thing. See what it is. Yeah,
they're going to drive the price up for the Celtics, so maybe they get an extra value on the Vegas thing. They're playing the game. Steve Wynn, who owns Encore, which is the new casino there in Boston. Maybe he has something. Maybe he has something to say. He got bagged a couple years ago for some bad sexual.
But they're saying that if he buys it, then he will move the team over there. He'll move the team to.
Good.
I would love that. Fuck the Garden. That place sucks to get in and out of. Fuck yeah.
Move the team fucking anywhere in Boston. That's easier and better. And give me the Amazon Dome. I don't give a shit. Put it in the South Park. Whatever.
The Amazon. Yeah. They can play in one of the warehouses.
Yep. And then look, the other news here.
Whoa, Kathy, babe, F Bezos. If he's the new owner, we're not gonna be effing him. We're gonna be saying, hey.
Kevin McPhee's real anti-billionaire,
not into big business. She's pro small business.
Big business,
small business,
anti-establishment. Everybody, let's bring them all down. But look, we want they're gonna have a $500 million tax bill in 2 years. We need somebody that can.
We want that cohesion. We want that unit to stay together. Yeah,
we're living in reality. We're not living in revolutionary times. We want some money with some cash. We want somebody with some cash money. Okay.
Yeah, we need that dollar bills.
He's better than Musk. He's at least moved above the Musk train. Musk has gone insane. Let's do some actual Celtics talk. Jaylen Brown and Derek White have shown up early to camp, which is nice because Derek White just got punched in the face. Raymond?
He with the 5 fingers say the face. Man just got new teeth. How dare that fucking guy just go out there and give him that cheap shot right to the face?
Forgot about that. What do you think happened there, Raven?
He said, your mother's ass. And that guy said, you what? Boom! Right in the back.
Derek White seems like a real principled man. Something
was said.
He offended a lady around him, I'm sure. Something like that.
Well, Handsome Wayne says it best. He had a full head of hair before that hit.
Sure did. So there you go. There's your Celtics update.
This is why I hate your cousin Patrick. We should see if Chili's will buy the Celtics. The Chili's is gonna be bankrupt, fucking Patrick. God damn it.
Okay. Look, stick around, family. We got a quick break, and then we've got a real big brain. Dr. Big Mac, bottom of the totem pole.
We're all gonna die. So say
big
bye
brain
to us.
segment. We're gonna tap into some real sensitive areas of government and private sectors and see
the only sensitive areas I tap are in Ray's mother's ass.
Boom, there it is. Okay. Okay, here we are. 14-0 Jets. Patriots look lethargic. This game's all but over. So,
End it now.
yep. Welcome to the show. Nope. Celtics don't have daddy issues. There we go. Big Mac, Dr. Big Mac, Big Brain Raymond. Here's how Ray kicks this off. I'm gonna go kind of word for word here.
So I had another one that I wrote out, and I'm like, we're gonna get killed for this, and probably the government's gonna shut us down. So then I deleted it and went with this one.
Okay, well maybe you can vocalize some of the things that you wrote, seeing as if it's not on paper, it basically doesn't count.
Okay.
So here's what Ray has to say, and again, this is really more of
like a tinfoil hat kind of thing. This is more of a
spirit.
No, this theory is actually based in historical truth.
Fair enough. Okay, here's what Bopod has to say. Gas and pharmaceutical companies are cock-blocking technology. The gas and big pharma are the top money-making companies in the goddamn world. He says we can allegedly put a man on the moon. They're going back next year.
Thank you.
It's a lie. That was for Bobby.
That was to save the people stuck in space.
Allegedly put a man on the moon, make flying devices. I like this actually. The allegedly man on the moon is for the simpleton. Bobby, you jump right on that. But I like make flying devices. What kind of flying devices specifically are you talking?
Planes, fucking drones going all over the place. Are you serious right now?
Make flying devices, planes,
drones, helicopters.
He goes on to say
frisbees.
He goes, Dr. Big Mac goes on to say, but you're telling me we can't build a vehicle using water? Something we have an endless supply of? We can do open heart surgery, transplants, even brain surgery, but yet still can't find a cure for cancer?
Yeah, I went big on that one. I know.
Question mark there. What other technologies or life-saving opportunities have there been? You spelled there wrong. Where trillion-dollar companies block it because they won't have money to free their great
feed you son of a bitch. Learn how to fucking read.
Feed their great grandchildren. That's where he stops, and I give you some examples. Go ahead, Dr. Big Mac, Big Brain. Spelled off a little bit. That's obviously what you gave us here, but where did this come from? Your thoughts on it? Do you think about it constantly from time to time?
I watched Dope Sick. I don't know if you saw that with the guy from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. What's his real name?
I don't know. Don't be racist. I don't know who it is.
No, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He's a white gentleman. He's married to.
Say whatever you want about him.
Yeah, you can say whatever I want. But I mean, if you ever watch that, basically, he's like he's part of this like family of people that he has like great grandfather's money, and it's a big pharmaceutical company, and he just makes all this shit, makes people dope sick. The Oxycontin, obviously, pandemic that we were going through back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Shit like that. I just think pharmaceutical companies and gas companies, they're the trillion-dollar companies, and they pretty much cockblock everyone and say, nope, this is how it's going to be, because if you don't, we are not going to get our monies. Oh, Bobby, go ahead.
So you buried the lead in your own thing there. At the very end, you put it in there when you put in Nikola Tesla. Based on historical fact, when you talk about energy companies, Raymond, are we aware of who Nikola Tesla is?
Yeah, I saw the movie.
So the man that had allegedly created a way to transmit free energy. Do you know how he began his project? By asking for money and loans from the wealthy people at the time, who was a JP Morgan. There was another, I think, a Westinghouse or somebody like that. Yep. They then realized what he was onto and then blackballed the man because he would have ruined all their other businesses in coal, telephone, and everything else that they've done. So this isn't a big brain theory. It is based in historical fact.
Spirit Walk of Truth. It's called. There's.
But you never hear about it because people don't want to talk about it because these big companies try to like.
Well, you hear about it one because you don't know how it happened. You don't know. Nobody knows how he actually did what he did.
Tesla's a wildly entertaining rabbit hole, and it's a piece of history that highly recommended. But you don't hear about it if you're not walking in those circles or searching for it, sure, but there is an actual I guess technically conspiracy called the free energy suppression That is a conspiracy theory that technologically viable, pollution-free, non-cost energy sources are being suppressed by governments, corporations, and advocacy groups. Devices allegedly suppressed include perpetual motion machines, cold fusion generators, torus-based generators, reverse-engineered extraterrestrial technology, anti-propulsion systems, and other unproven low-cost energy sources. Some notable people who have been claimed to be suppressed or harassed or killed even by their research are Stanley Meyer, which I'll get back to, Eugene Meloff, Nicholas Tesla. Free energy proponents claim that Tesla developed a system, as Bobby just mentioned, that could generate unlimited energy for free. Stanley Allen Meyer, who died in 1998, claimed that he had invented a water-powered car, but his claims were found to be fraudulent and he died unexpectedly. Claims were that Meyer claimed that he had a water fuel cell, could be retrofitted to a car to use water instead of gasoline. He said his invention would revolutionize auto mechanics, and reduce carbon emissions. In 1996, an Ohio court found Meyer's claims to be fraudulent. And then in 1998, Meyer died unexpectedly at a restaurant in Franklin County in Ohio. He allegedly choked on a cranberry juice and collapsed in the parking lot, saying, quote, "They poisoned me." Detectives concluded that Meyer suffered a brain aneurysm, but the coroner's report stated that there was no poison found.
How are we going to die now? How are they going to do it?
He probably had his period.
Personally, I think fossil fuel is the way to go. It's the only way to go. All tires need to be replaced constantly, and I will pay whatever it takes to continue to fuel my automobile. And that is the official statement from Simple.
Are you still driving them? Are you still driving those Malibus?
The moon is a hollow alien base.
With Simplest. Speaking of things that are going to get us killed, we'll be right back with Simplest Minds of the Week.
We won't get killed.
Oh, back to school to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
I will say, I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, I do have family members with Down syndrome. It almost got me. I dodged it, but it nicked me. A bit of a day walker myself.
Are you stupid or something? I'm as stupid as a stupid does.
Can't nobody hold me down. Can't nobody
take my breath away.
Oh no.
I got to keep on moving.
Diddy. Sean Puffy Combs, musical mogul Sean Diddy Combs, was arrested last night, a couple nights ago, at a hotel in New York City. Has been charged with racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Hearing in Manhattan, Combs pleaded not guilty, was denied bail. Puffy in jail right now. Charges are tied to, quote, freak-offs, coerced sex acts that Combs allegedly orchestrated and recorded, according to federal indictment. A bail appeal hearing has been set for tomorrow afternoon, so I guess that happened today. Combs has faced a wave of lawsuits, one as recent as last week, accusing him of sexual assault and misconduct. Past year, he has been denying any wrongdoing. Here's my first thought of this. I mean, this story came out a while ago. The FBI raided his house in L.A. Why is this guy still in the country?
You should have gone.
Run, Diddy, run.
Run, Forrest, run.
Okay, I have a couple clips from this that I thought were funny. There's a dildo.
Which one do you want to play first?
Your dealer's choice.
Diddy?
Dealer's choice.
If Diddy did diddle dudes, how many dudes did Diddy diddle?
According to my calculations, if Diddy did diddle dudes, Diddy diddled over 1 billion dudes.
Oh, damn, does that mean Diddy's getting his doodle did?
Oh, most definitely. If Diddy's found guilty, Diddy's definitely getting his doodle hole diddled by dudes with large diddles.
Oh, Diddy done did it now.
That pretty much sums it up. I basically did not have, I should not have read all of that. Should have just ran that clip.
Next clip is better.
There's some good clips coming up, but a big portion of this and the things that have been flooding my social media feed is just the homosexual acts that Diddy was taking part of, Usher, and Just Clive
Do you think
Davis.
that's why? Do you think that's why he called Biggie? That's why he killed Biggie because Biggie knew that Diddy diddle boys.
Dude, I didn't say pull this clip, but Eddie Griffin, the comedian Eddie Griffin, has a clip out there that was saying that. Well, first of all, Clive Davis, music executive, made Diddy, like brought him through and there was sexual misconduct alleged there, and then Eddie Griffin is saying that he flipped it. And Diddy was pounding Clive Davis, and he's got all that shit on tape. And he had all of these tapes at the house. That's why the FBI raided the house months and months and months ago in LA, and nothing came out of it except for probably the fucking tapes. We got a little bit of an Epstein situation going on. How many famous, very powerful, very rich people are on Diddy's freak off tapes? Probably everybody,
Well, this next clip will tell you that there was a lot of people involved. Hold on, please.
Okay.
784. What Spencers were you going? What membership to Adam and Eve? What type of XNXX jerk mates and brat? That's way too many. I know I lie. What the? That is 780. Again, there was someone's job to count and catalog every one of these. Number 134, Incredible Hulk one. 276, Darth Vader. 417, Mary J. Blige. Why does he have a Mary? Oh, it don't vibrate on me? Okay, cool. What? That is one for every hole. What? 784 is insane.
For anyone who didn't catch it on the video, he was talking about dildos. There were 784 dildos taken by.
That's fucking insane, man. That's fucking.
What are dildos?
That's a lot of dildos.
And just roll the next one there, Raymond.
That's all I got, buddy.
God fucking damn it, dude.
That's all you had. You gave me 2 clips for Diddy.
No, it's not.
Yep.
No, it's not. There was a terrific baby oil. There was 1,000 bottles of baby oil found,
baby oil one,
and yeah. There was 1,000 bottles of baby oil found, and
one good thing, Patrick Mooney to sit all night.
Please,
imagine a poor foreign lady that has to clean his house after his parties.
The freak off
cleaning crew. They deserve some type of Purple Heart.
Hand scrubbing a bunch of dongs.
Bunch of fake dongs. Diddy is in custody. Look, we're late. We've got some other simple minds. We'll save it for next week. Bobby, any final?
Damn it! The Bobby had a good one though.
Yeah, that one was solid.
I mean, we're not. Go ahead. You skipped my you've missed my fucking clips that I wanted to play, so you might as well throw up.
You take me. Hey, I just hit you again. What the you can do about it?
Only on 10 tonight, body camera video showing the arrest of a quadriplegic man accused of ramming officers with his motorized wheelchair. He's a recording artist who lives in southwest Miami-Dade.
Brian Tomasta first told Local 10 that police got it all wrong, but body cam video appears to tell a different story. Local 10's Janine Stanwood is live in Miami with the exclusive. Janine.
Police say it's battery. That quadriplegic man says that's not the case. And now we see the video.
So take me. Hey, chill. I just hit you again. What the you do about it?
For the first time, we are seeing body camera video when Miami-Dade police say they were assaulted by a quadriplegic man. A case so unusual, even the judge at first appearance seems surprised.
I have truly never seen a case like this.
It happened May 1st. Police were called to the southwest Miami-Dade home of Brian Amastha.
Yeah.
It's like it was made for this sort of content.
Yeah. I mean, recording artist is the best line of that entire news
segment. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Recording artist.
Oh, he makes Timmy Kill look like a bitch.
Yeah. I mean, I have no commentary on it. It's just a very funny video.
It's great. I like the video afterwards where the cops are like looking at their legs to see how many scratches they have from the guy ramming his wheelchair into them.
I guess my follow-up question, I did follow this story. I saw it a while back, and I don't remember what the actual answer to this is, but I was like, did the cops actually file the fucking report, or did he file an assault? And then they were like, no, like this guy was just an asshole. Like, you're just ramming into us. Like, we didn't do anything to him.
Well, the best part was that he felt embarrassed because the cops had to pick him up and carry him into the cruiser and had to put his wheelchair on a tow truck to get him to the station because they didn't have any sort of equipment to do that for them. So yeah, that was perfect.
That'll bum a guy out for sure. Well, there you go. That's the Simple Mind Sports Show. Friday Rewind live Thursday, September 19th. As we watch the Patriots. Hey, they got 3 points.
Hey, I'm only down by 5. Let's go.
Suck it, Patrick. It's not a blowout.
Suck it, Pat.
Bye.
Bye.
Marty! You've got to come back with me! Where? Back to the future!
Okay.
Yeah.
Without saying names, can you actually explain the situation, Raymond?
I was talking to a friend of ours who told us about another set of friends of ours that had a destination wedding in France, and 2 weeks before told other friends no kids allowed, even though they're all flying to France.
Not just friend, brother of the soon-to-be.
Now everyone's gonna know.
Okay, I don't care. What a fucking asshole! What an absolute fucking asshole! God.
He also no-showed my wedding.
Move.
He no-showed my wedding. Told me he was coming. Saved a plate. I think Mike Zimmel ate it.
That's fine. I no-showed his invitation to my wedding, so I just this is probably not his fault. I'm probably just heightened from my as per the text chain. I've started with some lunch beers, continued it, leveled off through physical exercise, but then also we had a guest today that last second canceled, which was bullshit.
Angry beers. Here we go.
Now we're moving into angry rich sections. There's nothing more I hate than fucking with people's schedules last minute because of your own self-centered bullshit. It's 24-hour rules. You cancel shit 24 hours in advance, no problem. Whatever. I don't care. 24 hours. 24 hours. Other than that, you better be going to the fucking hospital. Other than that, you better be going to the hospital.
That's what I'll be writing to him after this show is over. Are you going to the hospital? Did
He's
you go to the
invited
hospital?
back.
Did you
Give us
invite back?
If we get a doctor,
doctors know.
he's invited back.
Need a doctor's. Yeah, that's true. We do. We should. That's what you should reply with. In order to get out of this podcast, you need a written doctor's note.
Please hold. We're gonna reply right back. I'll do that after we are in the middle of the show. The Simple Mind Sports Show. What do you say we start with some opening takes as we do regularly?